Hey guys, Tom here. Happy 2017. You may or may not have noticed that I'm coming to you from my car. And that's basically because I just haven't had time to do pretty much anything lately. I haven't had a project done since before Christmas. It's actually been several weeks. And that's just a practicality thing. Christmas time and the holidays, it's just not a time when I can get anything done DIY or home improvement related. Between the decorations and people coming over, shopping, you going to visit people, it's just not a practical time for DIY type of stuff, at least for me. If you can get it done, hey, more power to you. Secondly, right after Christmas, Lisa had some knee surgery and she is laid up totally non-weight bearing for 6 weeks. So in addition to all my stuff that I have to do around the house, now I'm doing her chores as well, plus taking care of everything she needs and getting her situated and stuff before I can get out and go to work at my regular job. So that doesn't leave a lot of time for DIY, and hence the video from my car. So what's in store for 2017? First and foremost, well, not first and foremost, but one of the things I want to take care of is I would like to, and I'm looking into kind of freshening up the HomeCraft logo. I like it, and I really only been using it for not even a year, but I don't know, I'm just looking into tweaking it maybe a little bit, coming up with something else. I have some inquiries out with some artists. I mean, I made the HomeCraft logo. I'm semi-artistic, but I'm not really artistic as far as graphics and stuff. So I'm looking for, you know, some artistic people, graphic artists and stuff that maybe can help me and come up with something a little different. Secondly, I have a store at Cafe Press. And what that allows me to do is anyone that likes HomeCraft and wants to show their support, they can go on Cafe Press and buy a t-shirt or a mug or any kind of merchandise type of thing. I don't really want to make this into like a commercial, but hey, it's the nature of social media nowadays, and you know, supporting what people do and creators and YouTube people and whatnot. So, and that goes along with the logo. As much as I like the HomeCraft logo as it is, I think it looks good on merchandise, but I think it could look better. So that between those two things is kind of why I want to freshen up the logo a little bit. But in the meantime, if you like the old HomeCraft logo and you'd like to get something with it on it, visit my store at Cafe Press and you can get all kind of stuff. Next, I do have a Patreon page. For those of you not familiar with Patreon, and if you watch any YouTube on a regular basis, you should be. It's just a way to support the people whose channel you watch, and you know, it's just a way to support them and help them continue to create the stuff that they make. This is not an official Patreon launch by any stretch. At some point I hope to do that, but if you like what you see here and you'd like to support it, you can go visit my Patreon page and support HomeCraft Chronicles there, and I would be greatly appreciative. So projects for 2017, what am I going to do? I have a lot of things in mind. I don't necessarily have anything planned, etched in stone. If you watch this channel, I would imagine you may watch or at least have visited my buddy Christopher at the Midwest Man Mountain. And God bless him, I wish I were as future cast as he is and foresight as he is, because from what I watch him, he apparently has every project planned for the next 2 or 3 years, it seems like. I know he doesn't, but it just seems like that to me, and I'm very jealous that he is able to do that. I wish I could. But the nature of my life and how things work, that just doesn't seem to be the case. But kudos to Christopher for doing it. And If you don't already watch Christopher's channel, I highly suggest it. He does great projects, gardening, woodworking, and different things like that. And speaking of which, I hope to have a conversation with Christopher soon, because he has a great project for 2017, yes, 2017, in which he's building a series of boxes collaborating with other YouTube creators, in which they both build half of the project. And the first one came out last week. It was great, and I'm looking forward to the others, and I may actually talk to him because I have a project in mind. I would like to see if he's interested in doing it. Secondly, what am I going to do? I have a lot of projects in mind. I don't know if you watch here. I'm sure you also watch HGMM. I don't know. When I plan projects, I kind of do them. And what I do is I film intros and outros for both channels, whether it be Homecraft or Home and Garden, because I don't know necessarily until I produce it and edit it which channel and which audience I think it more suits. So I have a lot of projects. I know some projects that will definitely just be Homecraft projects are, if you remember from last year, I cut down a big cherry tree in my backyard, and that about 8-foot tree trunk has still been sitting in my backyard. And this year I hope to make some bench seating out of that, or some kind of outdoor seating for the backyard, and specifically around the fire pit, which was probably, the fire pit was probably my favorite project from last year, although it was a lot of work. So I want to make those benches or seats for around the fire pit, and I think using that cherry tree will look really good. I have another project which actually I started last summer, but I haven't finished yet. If you remember, I had a couple sit and talk videos like out in my backyard, and I was sitting on an old rickety bench that actually came with the house. And in the meantime, I've started taking it apart and cleaned up the bench. I'm going to rebuild it. Half of it's done. I just got to do the other half, so that'll be a project that I'll be getting done. And these outdoor seating projects, they're all going to be once the weather breaks, so don't look for those any time particularly soon, but they'll be coming. Also, I have to seal my driveway, if not expand my driveway. I noticed today when I was leaving the house, our driveway, we can park 3 across up top by the garage, but when you get the third car out, you kind of have to cut through the grass, and that could turn into a swamp, I think, come the spring. So I want to seal the driveway, but I'm also thinking about expanding the driveway a little bit, if not full blacktop, at least putting a little stone down just to kind of keep the mud at bay as best as possible. So I'll have to talk to Lisa about that and see if she wants to do that. I think we're going to put a roof on in the spring, so that might end up being like a series, because I have some buddies who all have roofing experience as I do, so I think we're just going to do it ourselves, and that's something I can get done and, you know, let you guys in on. And now the only reason I'm doing it myself is because we live in a ranch and it's 1 story. I'm too old to go up on a 2-story roof. I just don't have the safety equipment, and I would only do stuff in a, you know, as safe a manner as I can. So look forward to that in the spring. I also have to either paint or parge my foundation wall outside that's kind of flaking and peeling. I got to take care of that. Of course, there'll be landscaping and gardening in the spring. Hopefully, I'll get Lisa in on that once she's up and about. Oh, speaking of Lisa, another big thing I want to get done, and rewind way back to when Homecraft started. Lisa says to me one day, she goes, "I'd like to have a blog." Oh, okay. What kind of blog would you like? Well, I want to be able to talk about, you know, home craft and home repair and all the projects we do, and design and this and that. And she has a background, and she went to school for design, so she has that background. And I'm like, okay. So I went on all the blog sites and whatnot, and I signed up and I said to her, I said, listen, if you're going to do this, we have to, as much as we are or not anti, but just back then, we're not into social media at all. We're going to have to kind of, it's kind of an all or nothing thing. So she's like, okay. So then we created HomeCraft YouTube, HomeCraft Facebook, HomeCraft Twitter, HomeCraft Instagram. And you can, I hope you look and follow on all of those platforms. Admittedly, the Twitter and the Instagram, I am kind of lax on, but I'm hoping in 2017 to be a little more in tune with that. So anyway, so we do all those other things. So then we go to try to get this blog set up, and I am computer literate, but I am not necessarily computer savvy. So I can't get this thing set up for the life of me, and everybody's like, oh, we'll just go on this site, this site, this site. The templates are really easy, blah, blah, blah. You get all this stuff done. It's really simple. For you, maybe. Not for me. I've tried at least 2 or 3 different sites, and I can't figure out any of them. So I'm hoping, I've also put some feelers out with that, hoping I'll be able to get somebody to help me with that, get that squared away. We'll get that up and running soon. And on there will be, there will be companion articles to the HomeCraft and the HomeCraft projects. There will also be independent articles and features of, whatever, whether it be design, DIY, home repair, and you know the drill. HomeCraft is more than just about home repair and construction and DIY. It's the total, enjoying and living in your home experience, whether that's design, cooking, arts, anything like that enhances how you live in your home. So hopefully I'll get that squared away sooner than later, and look forward to that. Are we still numbering these? I don't know. But, okay, so I don't know what number this is, so I'll just say next, and maybe finally. I'm thinking about, if you follow HDMM, and I certainly hope you do, there's a lot of great people on there, so if you don't follow HDMM, as soon as you're done watching this video, click on this deal right up here and go see HDMM. You'll be glad you did. But right around Christmas on HDMM, I put up a video where I made eggnog for the holidays. And whether you know this about me or not, and why would you, because we hardly know each other, but one of the many jobs in my life I have done is I worked in the food and hospitality business, and for much of those 15 years I was a bartender. So for 2017, I am thinking about, I'm not thinking about, I'm going to do it and see how it works. We're going to have Friday happy hour. And what that's going to be is each Friday I will have a video in which I make a cocktail for you. I think this is going to be something fun. I look forward to doing it. I hope you're receptive to it. At least give it a chance for a little while. We'll try it for at least a couple months and see how it goes. Hopefully people enjoy it, and we'll keep going through the whole year. There'll be all kind of things. There'll be, I'll have them specific holidays. There'll be, God, what am I trying to say? Coordinated. Like come, Mother's Day, maybe we'll make a nice something with champagne, or for Kentucky Derby, we'll make mint juleps. What else? Margaritas or something for Cinco de Mayo, Mardi Gras. I'll show you how to make a New Orleans hurricane, that kind of stuff. I think it'll be really fun. I hope you think it's really fun. Even if you don't drink, I'll even try to have some non-alcoholic alternatives for you, so it'll be inclusive of everybody. But we'll see how it goes. It'll be on a Friday, so just look out for it within the next couple of weeks. So I think that is it for now. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you all in a very happy, healthy, and prosperous 2017. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the HomeCraft Chronicles, so you'll see what happens in 2017. I hope it's going to be good for all of us. And until I see you next time with a project, and if not a project, I'll see you for a drink for sure. Remember, guys, take care of yourself and your home. I'll see you soon.